Welcome to Bus Vibes. Well, good morning, all my fellow people out there in YouTube land. Today is Monday, and I already finished dropping off my first load. I'm actually headed back to the shop. If you guys can see, I am on 1201. Still, 201's ready. Probably might have been ready on Friday. I don't know. I just told them I'd pick it up Monday after the first run. And honestly, for being a spare bus and the issue I had with the belt earlier this week, this has actually been a decent bus. I mean, it's still got quirks, you know. It's got the fasten seatbelt light stays on that. There's a digital display on the back door. The stop sign doesn't come on and illuminate. However, not all of our buses have those, so I was like, okay, that's fine, because I got two stop signs on the side, and anything older than 09 doesn't even have that display, so it's fine. Somebody asked me in the comments how many miles. I don't know if you can see it. 186,000 miles on this beast. So you can compare 2012 and 2012. 99, he had what, almost 200,000 or a little over 200,000. This got 186,000, and this is part of the Sister Six. Crazy week last week. Oh my word, I can't believe I actually got out 3 videos last week. I was not planning on that, but every time I turned around, the spare bus was breaking or what have you. Yeah, I've got another busy week for myself, but hopefully I won't have to be swapping out buses all week. I'm going to pick up, again, like I said, I'm going to go pick up 201 right now. I still got to put fuel in this thing, sweep it out, go turn the keys in, and wow, that light sun is bright. Take out the trash, you know, the good stuff. Because I don't know about your philosophy. My philosophy is anything I borrow from somebody or something, or a spare bus, I want to return it in a better condition than I got it. You know, at least cleaner. Am I going to go wash this thing? No. But I'm going to go, see, I'm a little under half a tank of fuel, so I'm going to go do that. Got a question for everyone. I'm not monetized yet on YouTube. I'm still waiting for the process of all that. Basically means you'll be able to see, I'll get some money from some of the ads that you guys end up having to suck up and watch. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's nothing. But I was actually thinking about doing a merch store. I want y'all's opinion. Is that something that you guys would be interested in? You know, maybe like t-shirts or cups or hoodies or something like that, just with the Bus Vibes logo on it. I would probably do small in the corner. I wouldn't do too big of it. I mean, me personally, I don't like a big logo of anything on my t-shirts. Even if I get them from the church, I wear them for those events, and then they become sleep shirts, or around the house workout clothes or yard work clothes. I like stuff just with the logo in the corner. Other than my Hawaiian shirts, I haven't figured out. I didn't even think about that. I may go ahead and do a Hawaiian shirt. I don't know if I can get that in the merch store or not, but I'm just looking at it now. Tell me in the comments, give me some opinions. Would you guys like that? Do you think it's worth it? And what would cause you not? Is it the cost? Is it don't like the logo design? You know, that kind of stuff. Again, I am just starting to look at this now. This window does not want to stay closed. There we go. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. I'm all about I take y'all's opinions very seriously, because you guys are the ones that watch this. I put the GoPro on my head or on the window, and I just kind of talk. So And it's funny, it is kind of, I told my wife the other day, I said, these vlogs that I do, you know, Lane's the one that started me on all this, but they're kind of therapeutic because I don't talk to a lot of people. I talk to the kids on the bus, I talk to my wife, my grandson, my daughter, some people at church occasionally, you know. I don't have a lot of deep, meaningful conversations just because I'm busy or doing other things. So, and a lot of times, this is kind of how I get my words out. I can tell you, last week I went to the doctor and got 2 shots, 1 antibiotic and 1 steroid, and feel so much better. I'm still taking, they all decide to give you a Z-Pack, that's what they call it. Or basically, you know, oh, take 1 tablet today, and then another or 1 tablet before breakfast, 1 tablet before lunch, 1 tablet after dinner, 2 tablets in the evening, and then they kind of progressively go down. I'm getting close to being on the end of that. Yeah. I see you, 214. I cannot get around this truck. And yeah, definitely. So you're gonna beat me to the fuel pump, aren't you? Yep. Also, I figure I'd give you guys a little different view today of going to the shop, you know. I mean, usually you see see, I'm still dealing with a little bit of the cough. Instead of me just always driving to my house, now you get to go to the shop. I'll go ahead and do some fueling and all that. And so far, the beginning of this year has turned out pretty decent. Again, I have got, oh, story time. Tell us a story. Yes, okay, story. So, I'm in this bus on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Right? Yeah, I got it Thursday and I kept it all day Friday. Again, I'm confused on what day of the week it is. So yeah, so Thursday, I get a call from our transportation director over the radio. You know, and all of a sudden I hear, you know, 401 to 201. I'm like, okay. And I actually was not in my bus. I was walking to one of the other buses just to talk to him when we're at school. And he's like, he handed me the mic and I was like, yeah, go ahead. And he's like, what bus are you in? I said, I'm in 1201. He's like, okay. And that's it. That's all he said was, oh, okay. So I texted one of our office workers and I was like, hey, why did the boss ask me what bus I was in? So she called me. She couldn't tell me in a text. She's like, oh, she's like, this is a funny story. So my bus is on, or at least on Thursday, it was doing the rounds around Valdosta. All kinds of different stuff. Why'd I close that? I know I got a railroad crossing here that I got to open it back up again. So it's been doing around Valdosta and the sites or something. I don't know, because again, I don't know all the details of field trips, but apparently they were taking around school board, commission or something and showing them the sites at the time. I don't know, something like that. So our bus was wondering why in the heck was 201 at the dog pound. Well, it was part of what their tour was. They were going to the Humane Society, and he saw my bus at the dog pound and was like, what the heck is Dave doing at the dog pound? Of course, you know, the bus doesn't know every time everyone is, what bus is on a field trip at any given point. You know, I mean, that's just too much to know all the time. So again, funny story. He was like, what is his bus doing at the dog pound? Well, it was there for part of the field trip. And then on Friday, I'm leaving the middle school students on, mind you. I'm driving down the road, and lo and behold, 201's driving right at me. And I'm like, what? I mean, it was like deja vu. It was really weird. Stupid window. It was very weird seeing my bus driving towards me. I did talk to the people. I was like, hey, were you guys using it as a spare, or was it still on a field trip? And they were like, still on a field trip. It was doing Future Farmers of America, something where they were touring the different schools or something like that. That's what it was on. So I just thought it was pretty funny that I got to see my own bus on a field trip, and I wasn't driving it. It was weird. I need to get Lane or Lane's dad. It would, if I was to keep like a bus like this, I would definitely want them to quiet it down. Although, I mean, this seat squeaks, steering wheel squeaks, there's some kind of rattle on the door. For that most part, it's not that bad. You know, I mean, considering 2012, here it is 2025. What? It's 13 years old? Yeah, 13 years old. Trying a different camera angle, so y'all tell me if this is good or not. I put my fingers in it, trying to keep it the same all the time and just see if it works, but who knows. Not everybody waves. I've noticed. Although it seems like a lot of the city schools, I wave at them, they wave back. They like it. Yeah, because I guess they don't have that camaraderie with each other there. I don't know. I really don't. Or maybe they wave at each other. They don't usually. I mean, we're usually the ones that instigate it. I don't see them instigating stuff. Well, I can see over there on the ready line, one of the white tops is over there. And yes, I will look to see if 99 is over there, but I do not see from this far away. I see one C2, all the rest of them are internationals. They're all CEs. At least from my vantage point. Da, 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 da. Oh, it could be one of the smaller sped buses, is what I might have seen. I only saw the front end of it. Yep. So there's our ready line. Yeah, 1491 is a sped bus. All the rest of them are CEs. Actually. Oh man, what a line. All right, well, I'm just gonna get in line. So I've got to turn this beast in. Look at that. This over here is our sick bay. I think I've told you guys about this. So this is where everybody sends everything whenever, you know, it's got write-ups or whatever. 207. I've never seen that bus before. I saw 2420 and I couldn't see the angle I was at. 24207. I've never seen that bus before. And we got one of the 3rd gen CEs right here. It's probably all these are probably just due service. I can't tell. Well, I'm not going to just keep talking while we're sitting here in line. Well, here we are, putting some fuel on this beast so that way we can turn it in And I was only in line for about an hour, hour and a half. It seemed like. I have no idea how long I've been here, but it seems like it's been forever. I was just talking to one of the mechanics, and he said that they're actually putting in a bid to try to get a new piece of property to that's going to be all paved, where all of our buses will be at. And while they're doing it, they're going to look at getting multiple fueling stations, because this only having one pump that pumps diesel takes forever just to get it here. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not. Look at the profile of the C2 right here, 1491, and then all the other CEs. How their windshield is almost vertical, straight up and down, while 1491, the C2, is kind of at an angle. I think that's one reason why I like the C2 so much more, is they don't have that flat face or the flat windshield. It's kind of sloped, and it just to me it looks a little bit sharper. Now, having that A-pillar right there is not the easiest thing to see out of when we drive these things. When I say A-pillar, if you're looking at, I'm going to use this C2 for example, that first beam right underneath the red 8-ways, the first beam that goes at an angle like this, all right, that's the A-pillar. All right, the one next to it would be the B-pillar for that small little window, and then the one after that would be the C, and etc. all the way back. Most of your cars only have like an A, a B, and then a C. That's it, because you know you have the one in front, you know, where your windshield connects to, then the one that goes in between your front seat and your back seat, or even if you have a two-seater, the one right behind the seat, the front seats, and then you have the back one, whatever it is, whether it's a four-door or whether it's a sedan. Now, convertibles obviously don't have those, except for like maybe some of your BMWs. They've got that, but that's more like a roll cage, almost. Well, I was at a half a tank, so putting 40 gallons in, looks like a winner to me. So, I am looking forward to, I'm actually supposed to be at a meeting in like 10 minutes, and that ain't gonna happen. So, I'll have to have that meeting later. Yeah, and if you're wondering what this is, this air conditioning unit, when it runs, it drips. So all my kids have been like, what is this? We're getting wet. I'm like, sorry, can't help you there. It's just, you get wet. Oh, let's see what it says. All right. Oh, nice. Come on. Here we go. Hey, look at that. 201 parked right next to 171. I didn't even notice it. Maybe I could walk from behind it. I know Lane finally got his license plate put on there. But that would be a real blessing if they could do that. And I mean, you wouldn't have to deal with all this grass and this mud and all this other mess over here. Did they leave me enough room? Yes. If I squeeze it in here enough. As long as when they pull this thing out, they go straight, they will be golden. All right. Back, hours, clock out. Yes. There, lights off, doors closed, air conditioning off, strobe I leave alone. I've already signed the paperwork, air conditioning off, get my sunglasses. I wonder if this thing will beep, because I just started it up over there, came back. No, it did not. Nice. All right. I'll be back. Have you guys noticed something? I didn't park it here, but parking next to Lane. He finally got his license plate put on there. But isn't that the... They put his 1 on the reflective tape. There, maybe I get out of the shadow. You can see it a little better. That's goofy. And then, obviously, they made mine smaller. Actually, they made, look at 25, 214 smaller. They made 218s, but it's just 171s is kind of an oddball. That font is bigger than the rest. And I was noticing something. I want you guys to see this. At the front of these, they're all different fonts. You know? For example, look at 107. Okay, that's a different font. 171 is a different font, because just look at the number 1. Those ones have got a long pointy, that one's very short. All right, then you got mine, which is the tiniest of numbers. What the heck does that thing do? It's probably got a heater in there or something. Why would I need that? But you never know. I have to look at what those are. And then you look at the rest of them. They are, do I have a sighting? I haven't seen it since it's been in spare. There it is. For all you guys out there, $12.99. Yep, oh boy. Especially when you look at it next to some of these other ones. Oh yeah, she's looking a little rough. I mean, I've been driving 01 the last few days, and I totally understand some of the issues that Lane was going through when he had her. I want you guys to hear this. Do you hear how loud that alarm is? That was for the air, you know, low air on my primary and secondary systems. That alarm is so loud. Man, look at that. They turn all my switches off. And wrong. Hey, goes on a field trip and they unplug everything. What the what? Man, they didn't want to have there we go. Put that sucker on. Well, now let's see. Did they sign it off? Absolutely not. I'm gonna have to put this in here. I'm just gonna write on here field trip. Gonna have to do my ending mileage 25 920. Line 16. Sign it. 25th of August, the 25th year. Get the heck out of here. All right. Okay, what'd I say? And we duplicate all this stuff. 25 920. All right. 25 August 25. All right, well, I decided I'm going to go ahead and use my app and 24201, and I'll put all the info in here later. Whew. Finally got the air going again. I had to step away for a minute because I was talking to one of the other drivers, JB. Super nice guy. You know, he's one of the reasons makes this job fun. Come on, girl, take it easy. Man, they really adjusted my steering wheel. My seat is definitely different. Anyway. Oh, it feels so good to have air conditioning that works so well. And leave my strobe on. I don't know why people turn that off. I never do. Because when you turn the battery off, it goes off. I think Lane said on one of the 09s, it stays on. So even when the battery's off. Yeah, my destination sign, I'll leave it off until this evening, until tomorrow. And I'm not quite full on fuel. I know this bus is weird. If where our fuel pump is at, it almost like the bus sits at an angle when you fill it. If you don't, you know, some people just go right up to that last speed bump and they stop right there and fill it. If you do that, you never get it all the way full. You've actually got to stop before that where the bus is somewhat level, because otherwise the way that angle sits, it just doesn't. Man, that is cold. I have to turn it down a little bit. Did they? Oh yes, I know it squeaks, but I'd rather have that when it be staying in place. Rock on. They service my DEF. They are such nice guys. They really are. I've always said our mechanics are great. It'll take me a little bit to get me readjusted, but for the most part, she looks clean. I know some of our our field trip drivers, they really do. They take care of our buses really well, and so. Oh, this weekend. Oh, again, I tell you, this is therapy for me. This weekend, I had to move my son out. He moved out right after COVID. Got an apartment with his buddy. They're good friends, and so they lived there up until what, like November of this year, November, December time of last year. And because his roommate got a job down in Florida, and so it's like, okay, let me stay home for a few months, just save some money. And unfortunately, during that time, he got in a car accident and they totaled his car, so he had to get a new car. And so that kind of put him a little bit, because he was, I don't want to say upside down in his car, but he did have to pay some out of pocket because it wasn't worth what the amount he still owed on it. You know, that's why they always say you get that gap insurance. Well, he didn't have that gap insurance at the time. He does on his new car, but he didn't then. So anyway, so we got him. He went back to the same apartment complex, different place, because before they had a 3-bedroom, the two of them. They wanted a 2-bedroom, but they only had 3 available. They didn't have any 2 bedrooms available, so they were like, well, we'll take what we can get. And now he's got a 1-bedroom, and it's funny, it's a nice size apartment. I mean, it's got 1 bedroom, 1 bath, walk-in closet, and it's got a small but nice kitchen area, and then same with the living room. Yet he's got nothing in the living room. He put everything in the bedroom. He's got his computer in there, his TV, and his bed, and he has a futon out in the living room. And he's like, I'll never sit in it, but he's like, it's there. have anyone come over. And he said they did have to run the I guess his router for his internet, and so he's running a Cat 6 cable from the family room all the way back to his bedroom, plugged into his computer, so he'd be hardwired in it. And yeah, I've got a dentist appointment right after this. I'm gonna go home, basically hop out of this bus, get in my own car, and go to the dentist. Oh, I can imagine. I can't wait to hear my high schoolers when they get on the bus this afternoon, and my middle schoolers. They're gonna be like, yes, we got 201 back. Because the air conditioning, I mean, I'm having to turn it down because I'm cold. And I was just sweating a few minutes ago. So so my grandson will be moving into my son's room. It's funny, when we moved into that house, it was my oldest child's room originally because it was the smallest bedroom, and we knew he was going to be moving out because he was the oldest, and he moved out several years ago. So after he moved out, it became my man cave, and because it was small, and I was like, okay, all I do in there is I do videoing for my podcast, I watch movies on my TV, or play some video games occasionally, so it was fine. Well, and then my middle child moved out, he moved out, and so we had the other room, which was we used his bedroom as a spare room, and then we had a line that was a water line over that was going over his ceiling into my daughter's bathroom. And they used PEX, which is that's the red and the blue lines all throughout the house. They took all the copper out, because my house was built in 1992. They took all the copper, all that, and they ran PEX. Well, the problem with PEX back then, when they ran it, I don't know exactly when, was they used copper fittings. Over time, those copper fittings deteriorate and snap in half. Now they use plastic. So I actually have the tools. I know how to do it now, and so especially during when the fall comes, I'm going to climb up in the attic and replace everything I can find. I'm going to look at it, look at the condition. If it's still fine, I may leave it, but if it's anywhere close to looking like it's not working well, I'm going to replace it. Because it's not hard. You know, it's just you cut the hose, you know, the PEX. You slide the little clamp on the top, put the adapter, the fitting in there, and then you crimp it down, and you're done. So, and I bought the whole tool kit for like, I don't know, $40, $30 on Amazon with the cutter and everything. So the only thing I have to buy now is the clamps and the fittings. So anyway, I said that line busted in his room, so his ceiling basically collapsed in. So I had to get it all the drywall and the ceiling redone. When the guy did it, he prepped all the walls and mudded everything. So I ended up painting the room and painting the ceiling, and so I was like, well, I've done all this work, this is going to be the new man cave. So I moved the man cave into there, and then my son moves back home so he got the small room. Anyway, so now that he's gone, my grandson gets the small room. Well, I left some stuff in there from being the man cave when it used to be. I have my childhood train set I actually have 2 of them that run around the perimeter of the room up towards the ceiling. I got 2 lines that I run. They just basically a big oval, and I know my grandson's gonna love it. You know, and I've got some shelves with these LED lights on them with these strips, so you know he's gonna just love the thing because and he's across the hall from Mom, so he's close enough where you know we won't hear him stomping up the stairs in the middle of the night when he wakes up. So a lot of stuff is going on with us. We're looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm going to end here. We'll see. And yeah, I'll look at the time, see if this is enough. I may record some more this afternoon, but if not, thanks for watching.